Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. It has actually been quite some time since I've posted a video here on my channel, and I will be explaining and getting into all of that here in a bit. But for today's video, just to kind of ease back into things, we're gonna go ahead and do just a casual clean with me. I also threw in an easy dinner idea, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And of course, on the day that I was filming this, it was a really cold, gloomy, dark day, so I was trying to open up my blinds and let as much natural light in as possible, but it didn't really do much, so we're working with what we got. But we're gonna go ahead and get started in my dining room here. I had actually recently gone to like an indoor rummage sale event that they hosted here in my town, and these people were actually selling these Walmart sets that were brand new with the tags on for a discounted price. So I actually snagged a few for my daughter that I am currently pregnant with. I'm actually due at the end of May, so that is coming up really fast, but I couldn't pass up those adorable outfits. And I also have a baby shower coming up for a little baby boy, so I did find these two outfits for him. Couldn't pass them up, they're too stinking cute, so I just wanted to show you guys what I had picked up there. I had one of my most recent ultrasound pictures sitting there on the table, so I figured I would show you guys my all-time favorite picture of her so far. She has her little tongue sticking out there. It is so cute, and that is actually one of the reasons why it has been so long since I posted and kind of took a break from making any YouTube videos. We actually found out that my pregnancy is now a high-risk pregnancy. Around 20 weeks, when we found out that she was a little girl, is when we found out that she also has what they call an umbilical, which means that her bowel and intestines are growing outside of her body, from my understanding. So where her umbilical cord is, there is actually a for lack of a better term, sac of some of her organs that are actually on the outside of her body, where they should of course be growing on the inside. So we have been having lots of doctor's appointments. It has been a little bit more stressful of a pregnancy, of course. This is also my third pregnancy, which has definitely been a lot harder now that I'm taking care of two toddlers, and just everything seems to be a little bit more painful, a little bit more exhausting, which is totally normal, but then you throw on all these issues that we're having on top of it. She will be needing surgery when she is born, but everything so far is looking good for the situation that we're in. So we are very, very grateful for that, and we're hoping that the umbilical that she does have doesn't become any larger than it already is, because that will in turn result in some more issues and possible early induction, earlier than I already am, which I'm scheduled for 39-week induction. But hopefully I don't have to have a C-section. So we're just praying that everything stays the way that it's going, because the doctors are seeming very hopeful and everything is looking good for the situation that we are in.
Don't be shy, 'cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love, the things I love, the things I love, the things.
Not only are we going through this high-risk pregnancy, but my 1-year-old son is also having health issues of his own. So starting back around Thanksgiving time, he started to vomit daily, every single day, multiple times a day, and it got to the point where he wasn't keeping any food down. And as a result of that, he started to lose weight, which is obviously a big concern when he is a 1-year-old. So that lasted about a month or two of just cleaning up puke every single day, which, as you can imagine, was exhausting. And I also have a 3-year-old daughter, so we've been going through dealing with all of his health concerns as well. He was diagnosed with eosinophilic esophagitis. I know that is a mouthful. They also call it EOE for short. So we've been dealing with that, and we're working on getting his treatment plan. It's kind of like a long-term lifetime thing that he's going to be dealing with, it sounds like. So it's essentially his esophagus is reacting to some of the foods that he's eating and obviously causing him to not be able to keep them down. He is on medication now, and he is definitely doing a whole lot better than what he was looking like, you know, back around December. The entire month of December was just completely awful. So I'm glad we are past that. We are definitely on the right path. There's no like cure for this or anything, but we're definitely on the right path and getting a really good treatment plan set up for him. So right now, just focusing on getting his weight back up, getting his calories in. So that has also been a lot because it was right around the same time that we found out about everything going on with the pregnancy. So I just really thought it would be best to step back and take a break from making videos and just spend time with my family and, you know, just process everything that was going on. It was a lot. So I am excited to be back. This video actually felt really nice to be able to make, and now that I'm editing it, I'm actually really enjoying it. So I hope you guys enjoy the video as well.
For so long, I've been thinking that we're more than just friends. Oh yeah. Oh, but maybe your heart is falling for someone else. Whoa, 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 maybe we should talk for a minute. Then maybe we'd be getting somewhere. I just wanna love you a little to see where this is going. I really need to know, babe. Can we just open up? Cause I got to know if you feel the things I do. I might need.
And if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Caitlin. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a 3-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son, and then of course we have another little girl on the way that we're super excited about. So if you haven't already, go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button below. My goal here on my channel is to not only give you guys plenty of cleaning, organizational motivation, but I also just really want to normalize not having that perfect, aesthetically pleasing house. I, of course, try my best to make my home look comfortable and cozy, and also fill it with lots of cute decorations because that's what brings me joy and what I love to do. But it's also not perfect. Don't get me wrong, I love watching those perfect cleaning videos where their house looks flawless and looks like nobody lives in, but if we're gonna be real here, that's not the reality for most people. So I just want to be real and raw with you guys. I try my best to make my house look clean, but I also have 2 toddlers. There's toys everywhere. My house is not new. We bought it as a first-time home buyer, and it is very old, so there's lots of things that are wrong with it that you guys probably won't even be able to like actually notice on camera, but are definitely there. So I just want to be able to normalize that and talk about that and make sure everyone knows that it's okay to not have the quote-unquote perfect house. But here I just wanted to show you guys a few things that I had recently picked up from TJ Maxx. So the stack of wooden blocks for Easter, as well as the potted plant that I got for more of my everyday decor. And that's one of the things in my house that aren't perfect, is my decorations. So we have been in this house for almost 4 years, and we definitely cannot afford for me to go out and spend hundreds of dollars on home decor. As much as I would love to, it is just not realistic. But I've been slowly trying to build up my everyday decor as well as kind of like my spring and Easter. So there's definitely empty spots in my house that don't have anything there yet. But that is okay, because eventually I will. Each year I keep slowly adding a few more pieces.
I'm still keeping to myself, 'cause you don't listen, babe.
Okay, so I wanted to share with you guys it's fairly simple dinner. I just tried to make it for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I'm gonna make it again because it was really good. So we're gonna do these boneless pork chops in the air fryer, and I'm gonna do, let's see, this seasoning. It's the Grill Mates roasted garlic and herb, but you could really do like whatever seasoning you want to do on it. I know there's like pork packet seasonings if you want to make it really simple, but really whatever you want to throw on there, even like salt and pepper. And then I got some red potatoes. We're going to go ahead and just cut these up. I'm gonna leave the peels on them and then do like some red skin mashed potatoes. And then I have 2 bags of the California style vegetable mix. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like cook those up on the stove top. Maybe add some like garlic salt. I'm not really sure. I think I did garlic salt last time, but I got my little helper over here. She likes to help me cook. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I kind of like make everything. It's pretty easy and fairly quick, especially because you're throwing these in the air fryer, which makes it easy. So
On the run from my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's where I never thought it would matter.
So I'm starting with the potatoes. I just went ahead and rinsed them off real good, and then I'm just cutting them up and putting them, well, my daughter is helping me and putting them into my pot, and I'm just gonna go ahead and fill it with water. I do add a little bit of salt. I think I read that somewhere with potatoes. Add salt in the water before you start cooking them. I don't know. I do it. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I go ahead and put that usually on medium to medium high heat and get that boiling.
Between the jars and bottle jack, just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving.
So I was seasoning my pork chops, and I always like to kind of push the seasoning into the meat so that it really kind of sticks onto it. And of course my daughter saw me do that, and she took it upon herself to try to help me and do that as well. But don't worry, I made sure to hold her hand so she didn't touch anything else, and got her all washed up. But then we're just gonna go ahead and throw them into the air fryer. I made sure to grease it so they don't stick to the pan or anything. And then I usually do 400 for about 15 minutes, maybe a little less. I do set it at 8 minutes the first time, and then I'll flip it and do about another 6 to 7 or so on the other side.
Me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving.
And lastly, I was getting our mixed vegetables ready to go. So I just threw them into a pan, and then I did a couple tablespoons of butter. And then you'll see in a little bit here, I kind of like let them cook a little bit, get the butter melted, and then I just added some salt, pepper, and then I did do a garlic salt. And oh my gosh, you guys, I'm pretty sure me and my husband could have eaten like 4 bags of this stuff. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a pregnancy thing going on right now, but vegetables have been just tasting a lot better. So those turned out, everything turned out really good, but the vegetables were a big hit. So here I was just going to go ahead and flip those pork chops, and then I put them in for another 7 minutes.
Right now I'm standing in a corner. I see you from across the room. It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too. Everybody's singing, oh, everybody's singing, oh. I don't know what it is about you. It must be in the way you move. Just say you want me to. We got nothing to lose. You're looking so old. You're looking so old. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you.
My potatoes were all done, so I went ahead and drained them, and I did a couple splashes of almond milk. You can just do whatever milk. And then I did do a couple tablespoons of sour cream, and I added some more of the garlic salt into them and just mashed them up real good, and they were delicious. My kids absolutely love these as well.
As long as we're together, everything will do. You got me going, oh, you got me going, oh. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, let me love. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love.
It was actually way later at this point, way past dinner time. My son was actually in bed already, as well as my husband, because he works 12-hour days and he goes in at 2 a.m. or he did this day. So he was in bed and it was just me and my daughter. So I decided to take the time to go ahead and clean up the kitchen, get all the dishes cleaned up. It is the most amazing feeling when you go to bed with a clean kitchen and wake up to a clean kitchen. I just love that feeling. I hate going to bed when my sink is still full of dishes. It just stresses me out. So I always try to take care of that before I go to bed, get everything loaded in, and I had a couple of dishes to wash by hand and then wipe down the counters and get everything just tidied up. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really excited to be getting back into the swing of things. If you have any video requests or ideas or things that you would like to see from me, go ahead and leave me a comment below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned for all of those future videos. But I will see you guys in the next video.
I once felt I'm done with the defense. Drove back and climbed over your fence. Had to show you that I was a mess. So you were shrugging your shoulders and closed off. That's what I told you. Soon enough, everything started to change. 'Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying highs. sunsets, remember the colors. They were wrong, it was way more than a dream. We climbed up, yeah, over the hillside. So right, we stood there all wide-eyed. You and I, floating on air in my mind. 'Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying heights.